Ladies and gentlemen, FlackLab presents the burning question of the day. What if oranges were the only source of internet? Picture this, the citrusy aroma of your internet provider wafting through the air as you frantically squeeze out your final bits of Wi-Fi. Imagine a world where every time you needed to Google whether a spider in your kitchen could kill you, you'd have to reach into your fruit bowl. In this reality, every juicy, pulpy sack of an orange would be your connection to the infinite knowledge of the World Wide Web. How could this possibly work, you ask? Well, welcome to the marvels of C-vitamin-powered Wi-Fi. Bear with us here. We promise it's totally ludicrous and not even remotely scientific. Scientists in this alternate universe have discovered the elusive streamin C molecule unique to oranges. This molecule has the magical property of turning every orange into a mini Wi-Fi hotspot. So, the more oranges you have, the better your internet speed. Never thought you'd be arguing with your cat over who gets to sit closer to the fruit bowl, did you? The economy would look a tad different too. Citrus farmers would become the new tech tycoons, basking in the glow of their sun-kissed internet providers. Forget Silicon Valley, welcome to Citrus Central. And remember, an orange a day keeps the buffering away. Have you ever tried to pay your taxes with a bag of oranges? In this world, not only is it a possibility, it's the societal norm. Better start practicing your bargaining skills and never underestimate the power of a perfectly peeled Valencia. Social impacts? Oh, you bet they're juicy. Vitamin C overdose would become a very real problem. People trying to binge-watch their favorite shows might end up turning orange from overconsumption. And I'm not talking about a healthy suntan, folks. We're bordering on Oompa Loompa territory here. And forget about tech-savvy kids. The future would be overrun by fruit-savvy kids. Instead of coding classes, they'd be mastering the art of perfect orange squeezing for maximum Wi-Fi extraction. And of course, who could forget the environmental impacts? There'd be a worldwide surge in agri-tech innovations. Picture drones zipping around in neon-lit greenhouses full of genetically engineered, hyper-intelligent super oranges that would put your average high-speed router to shame. As for waste management, your used-up orange peels would no longer be compost. Instead, they'd be classified as hazardous tech waste. You think regular recycling is hard? Try biodegrading your last internet usage session. Let's not forget international relations. Countries rich in citrus would suddenly be thrust into global prominence. Ever thought of Florida as a superpower? Me neither, but here we are. And we'd have a whole new kind of espionage. Orange espionage. Picture secret agents stealthily squeezing oranges in dimly lit corners, trying to steal the last bit of internet juice. Now let's peel back the layers and examine the economic implications of this citrusy scenario. In a world where oranges are the only source of internet, we would witness a transformation of global commerce and trade with the humble orange at its core. Imagine Wall Street traders frantically juggling bags of oranges instead of crunching numbers on their Bloomberg terminals. The value of a company would be measured in bushels, not billions. The stock market would be replaced by the stock orange market, with juice futures becoming the hottest commodity. Annual reports would include data on the company's orange harvest yield, and the term market squeeze would take on a literal meaning. The job market would also see quite a revolution. Traditional tech jobs would be replaced by roles like orange analyst, citrus systems engineer, and fruit-based network administrator. A new generation of professionals would rise, equipped with a unique blend of tech skills and horticultural knowledge. We'd have Silicon Valley evolving into Citrus Valley, with tech giants like Apple changing their logo to an orange, and Google celebrating its doodles with various types of citrus fruits. Countries traditionally known for their tech prowess, like the United States, China, or India, would have to compete with countries boasting a rich citrus production like Brazil, Mexico, and Spain. This could potentially rebalance global power structures, making the phrase, "an orange a day keeps the buffering away," a geopolitical mantra. The cultural changes that would come with this orange-centric internet would be nothing short of extraordinary. We'd see the emergence of a new kind of digital divide, the citrus divide. Access to internet wouldn't depend on your socioeconomic status anymore, but on the availability of oranges. In the world of entertainment, Netflix and chill would become Netflix and peel. Movies and TV shows would have orange-related plot lines and characters. Pop culture would be ripe with references to our citrusy saviors. Songs about surfing the web with a squeeze would top the charts, and the world's biggest celebrities would be spotted carrying designer bags filled with the choicest oranges. Education would also see a shift, moving from traditional STEM fields to STEO, science, technology, engineering, and orangeology. Schools would have compulsory orange growing classes, and the most prestigious universities would offer degrees in citriculture and orange internet technology. And let's not forget the fitness industry. Gym-goers would swap their protein shakes for freshly squeezed orange juice, ensuring they stay online while getting their workout. The phrase "no pain, no gain" would evolve into "no peel, no deal." Furthermore, yoga poses would adapt to incorporate oranges, with orange lotus and citrus salutation becoming popular among enthusiasts. Let's delve into the socio-political changes such a world would bring about. A reality where oranges are the only source of internet would paint a vastly different political canvas than what we are used to today. Imagine, international relations would be heavily influenced by the availability and accessibility of oranges. Countries that are traditionally known for their citrus production like Spain, the United States, and Brazil would likely emerge as the new global superpowers. Their geopolitical leverage would increase exponentially, creating a shift in the balance of power. They would control not just the world's internet, but also the global economy, as we discussed in the previous section. Every political summit would have a bowl of oranges at the center of the table, symbolizing the power and importance of these citrus fruits. The United Nations might even have to change its logo to incorporate an orange instead of the world map. Foreign policies would be centered around the citrus diplomacy. Countries would form alliances based on their orange production capabilities and the strength of their citrus-based internet infrastructure. Wars could be fought over orange groves, and espionage would reach new zesty heights with spies disguised as orange farmers. On a societal level, the digital divide would be replaced by the citrus divide. Access to the internet would no longer be about broadband connections and Wi-Fi signals. Instead, it would depend on one's proximity to orange groves and the quality of their fruit. Rural areas with abundant orange plantations could potentially become more developed and technologically advanced than urban areas. Inequality could be measured in terms of orange poverty. Those with unlimited access to oranges would be the privileged ones, while those without would be marginalized. nonprofit organizations might launch campaigns to end orange poverty or bridge the citrus divide, focusing on providing equal access to oranges and, by extension, the internet. Furthermore, the education sector would also see a radical shift. Schools and universities would have to adapt their curricula to focus more on horticulture and less on traditional computer science. Orange coding could become a core subject, and students might have to plant and take care of an orange tree as part of their coursework. The cultural impact would be equally significant. Pop culture would be brimming with orange references. Hit songs could be titled Orange Love or Wi-Fi in the Grove. Books, movies, TV shows, all would weave in the importance of oranges in their narrative. In conclusion, a world where oranges are the only source of internet would undoubtedly be a fascinating, albeit challenging reality. It would reshape our economic structures, redefine our socio-political landscapes, and even influence our cultural narratives. Yet, it would also remind us of the importance of equal access to resources and the need for sustainable practices. After all, without a healthy orange harvest, there would be no internet. In a society where oranges become the sole source of internet, we'd see a radical transformation of societal norms and economic structures. The traditional 9-to-5 job structure might be replaced by sunrise to sunset working hours, aligning with the growth and harvesting times of oranges. Online businesses would have to adapt to seasonal internet, with peak activity during the harvest season and a possible slowdown during off-peak times. The economic implications would be vast and varied. Orange farming, which has traditionally been a low-profit, high-risk venture, would suddenly become the most lucrative business on the planet. The surge in demand for oranges would lead to dramatic increases in their prices, potentially sparking a new kind of gold rush, an orange rush. The global economy would shift towards an orange standard, with currencies pegged to the price of oranges. The stock market would be dominated by companies in the orange industry, from growers and distributors to juice manufacturers and tech firms specializing in orange-based internet technology. In this new world order, countries with the most fertile land for growing oranges would rise in economic power, while others would have to scramble to secure their orange supply. International politics would revolve around orange trade agreements, and global conflicts could even be sparked over control of orange groves. But the rise of the orange economy could also bring about positive change. It could provide opportunities for developing countries with suitable climates and soils to grow oranges, lifting millions out of poverty. Environmental policies would need to prioritize sustainable farming practices to protect our precious orange groves. This orange-fueled internet world would not just reshape our current way of life, but also create a whole new set of challenges and opportunities. One thing's for certain, though. Life would certainly be a lot more citrusy. So, what's the takeaway? Well, it's nothing less than an earth-shattering revelation. If oranges were the only source of the internet, your life would oscillate between the thrilling highs of near-infinite data plans and the crushing lows of vitamin C-induced health scares. And the punchline? In this world, you'd be begging for an ad blocker, not for those annoying pop-ups, but for the relentless onslaught of citrus-smelling commercials. Remember, an orange-lit screen is but a squeeze away. So the next time you see an orange, give it a squeeze. Who knows? You might find a better internet connection. Until then, subscribe to Flack Lab for more inane what-if scenarios that will give you a fresh squeeze on reality.